I would request Professor Pankaj sir and Radha ma'am to please come and light the lamp. I would like to welcome Professor Dr. Satyendra Upadhyay, who is the conference convener of the General Management Area, Somaiya Institute of Management, to host the welcome address.
A very good morning to one and all. The Secretary on DAS, Professor Trivedi sir, Dr. Radha and our co-convener Dr. Dipali. I, Dr. Satyendra Upadhyay, convener of 5th International Conference on Challenges in Emerging Economy, which is themed on business agility and sustainability in heuristic environment. With my utmost pleasure, would like to welcome you all on this conference in 2022. On behalf of KJ Somaiya Institute of Management, Somaiya Vidya Vihar University, we are very warm welcome to offline scholars as well as the online scholar. Today I have the honor as the convener of the conference to begin our knowledge drive. But before we begin, I would like to mention that we are honored to have our guide, our mentor, Professor Veeran Sekaran Pillai sir, Vice Chancellor, Somaiya Vidya Vihar University. Also thank to our our director, Dr. Ramar Ramchandra, Director of the KJ Somaiya Institute of Management. He's not there today, but he has extended his wishes. And also, we, on behalf of KJ Somaiya Institute of Management, would like to welcome today's keynote speaker, Professor Fulufhelo Netswera, Executive Dean, Faculty Management Studies, Durban University of Technology, South Africa, who is also partner for this conference, and also Professor Srinivasan Pillai, who has been encouraging on the partnership. So welcome you, sir, as well. And before I proceed, I would like to quote the statement comment by the United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres, who was there in Mumbai on 19th October. It says, we need a path that brings health to all, revives economies, bring people in from margin of the society and builds long-term resilience, sustainability, opportunity and peace. So we'll be covering all these areas in the today's conference in the different track here. And also brief about the conference which we are having today. So in this conference we have the 5 domain areas of general management, namely business strategy, business ethics, entrepreneurship, business communication and current trend in the general management. We have participants from 5 countries and there are papers from all these areas. I would like to give you certain facts, numbers about the General Management Conference participant. So there are 8 papers from the business strategy area. There are 5 papers from the business ethics. 10 papers are from entrepreneurship. 7 are there from business communication. Current trend general management, 9 papers are there. So total we have 41 papers, and number of institutions who has contributed in this intellectual contribution are 40 plus institutions. The country as including India, Bangladesh, Malaysia and China, the UAE as well. There are academicians, around 45 plus academicians have contributed to this conference. There are 10 management students who are the co-author or author in this conference. There are 25 PhD scholars has contributed in the papers, 4 research assistants, and 90% of the paper actually is external paper, which again highlights like how we are getting popularity outside. So, and there are about, if I totally include the intellectual contribution is coming around 87 plus author and co-author together about that. So with this information about the general management area conference, may I request our Vice Chancellor, Professor B.R. Secretary Lester, for inaugural speech.
Good morning, everybody. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. Let me first of all congratulate my colleagues in the Somaiya Institute of Management for organizing an event of this kind. I congratulate the financial department of the institute, general management of the institute, and all my colleagues for this event. I am extremely sorry that I have to be physically there because I have a commitment meeting in Pune. So I see that this conference is very well arranged and good collaboration with very responsible institutes and organizations, and the AICSP is also supporting this event. From the conference theme, I understand that business agility in the heuristic environment, sustainability environment, that is the theme of this conference which we have selected. When it comes to business agility, what matters are the leadership, the governance, the people, the culture and strategy of the organization. When it comes to business agility, because you just look at that organization's ability to quickly respond to the expected and unexpected changes happening in the market, in the technology, in industry. All these things are very important. I am glad that a good number of members dealing with all these areas are being considered and presented in this particular conference. A good number of research scholars, as Dr. Somaiya mentioned, good number of research scholars are also participating. And this is definitely the tradition, the research tradition of the Somaiya Institute of Management. And now research as well as advanced knowledge, there are a lot of challenges when it comes to our academic institutions like academic institutions like Somaiya Institute of Management. In addition to the teaching in the relevant areas, we are just advancing the knowledge in a very significant perspective. Participation in this seminar, presentation of purpose, and then looking at the quality and relevance of the papers, all these things are very important. In many of these conferences, I understand that there is a good dialogue happening with the senior professors, senior researchers, and the young research scholars. This particular way of dialogue between research scholars, students, postgraduate students, research scholars, and the academics, senior academics needs to be encouraged. I am sure that opportunities of this kind will give lot of chances for our bright young students in management institutions. Research is good, definitely to be supported in a much more bigger way, and we are as an institution, Somaiya University of Management, is focusing on research, and therefore events of this kind can support increasing the research culture of the university. I congratulate all of you, and I will definitely attend maybe one or two sessions after my commitment in the academic conference in Pune is over, and we wish the program all success. And I will definitely look forward to specific recommendations from the conference, how research in this area can be enhanced, how collaboration in this area can be enhanced. All these things are being expected from such an interaction. Good number of international scholars are also participating, and we will be definitely benefiting out of this interactions. I wish the program all success, and I welcome all the delegates from our country as well as the other institutions for this conference. I also take this opportunity to appreciate the support given by AACSP in organizing this event. I wish the program all success. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. We are delighted to introduce Professor Dr. Ramachandra, who is the Director of Somaiya Institute of Management. He is the Dean of Faculty of Management Studies and member of Advisory Committee to this conference. A message from the Director. Fifth International Conference on Challenges in Emerging Economies, theme, Business Agility and Sustainability in the UCA Environment. Change has always been a constant. However, today the change is even more rapid, unpredictable, paradoxical, and tangled. Rapid, we all emerged out of pandemic with a relief, but events in Ukraine followed in rapid succession. Unpredictable, who would have thought that a week after the Chinese Communist Party meeting, riots will break out across China? Paradoxical, as stock market in some countries seem to have reached all-time high despite all the risks. Tangled, because the war in Ukraine will perhaps lead to more mortality of people in Europe and some parts of the world due to energy prices and food shortages. Enterprises, in addition to these variables, also have to contend with the need to mitigate climate change. It is in this context that this year's conference theme of business agility and sustainability in the heuristic environment is extremely relevant and highly contextual. I wish the organizers and participants the very best for great deliberations and impactful recommendations.
Next, we would like to call upon the stage Professor Pankaj Tripathi, sir. Sir is a professor of finance in KJ Somaiya Institute of Management.
Respected Vice Chancellor of the University, Professor Pillai, Director Dr. Raman, Convener of the conference, Dr. Satyendra, my senior colleague, Dr. Radha Iyer, conference co-convener, Dr. Nibali, my faculty colleagues in the audience, researcher, delegates, invited guests, and student friends. Welcome to this 5th International Conference on Challenges which are faced by the emerging economy, wonderfully organized by Department of General Management, KJ Somaiya Institute of Management, as well as the organizing team of the conference. My congratulations to the department and the organizing team. The theme of the conference, that is challenges which are faced by emerging economies, is very relevant in the present time. As all of you know, in the post-COVID era, all the countries are struggling their best to revive their economy and to stabilize and to achieve the growth. Particularly, emerging economies are facing all the more challenges. So, theme of the conference is very relevant. this theme has opened window for the researcher to do research on these challenges. Today, if you look at any continent of the world, and in that continent, those emerging economies which are there, these economies are facing some of the great risks. And to mitigate this risk is a challenge. And here researcher can play an important role. They can think of some solution to mitigate this challenge. If you look at almost all emerging economies, there are three main risks that they are facing. The first is the economic risk. Look at all emerging economies, rising inflation, unorganized market, shortage of infrastructure, financial infrastructure, currency volatility, supply chain constraint. These are the issues that these emerging economies are facing. So researcher can think of some solution for these problems and these issues. The second big risk is the political risk. This also you must have observed. In almost every emerging economy, political instability, social disorder, these are very common phenomena. And all these aspects affects the international flow of capital and the global trade. So what is the solution for this? So here also researcher can contribute to a large extent. And the third, which I call new generation risk, that is climate and sustainability. This is a new generation risk which all emerging economies are facing. Between growth and development, you need to do balance. And in this process, many times these economies are compromising on climate and sustainability. So how to do this balancing? That is also one of the area of research. So friends, I am sure the delegates and the researchers of this conference, as Professor Satyendra said, large number of papers are there from various fields. So certainly some of these areas must have been covered. During the day, we will have good deliberations on these issues, and I am sure at the end there will be good takeaways. So once again, my congratulations to the department and the organizing team. Thank you very much. Thanks.
Thank you so much, sir. Professor Dr. Sundarasan Pillai, the head of Department, Public Management and Economics, Durban University of Technology, South Africa, has graced us with his presence. Professor Dr. Radha Iyer. Dr. Radha Iyer is a professor and the area chairperson for the General Management area with Somaiya Institute of Management Studies and Research. Along with 17 years of experience in academia, she has a decade plus of industry experience with organizations like the Great Eastern Shipping Company, Marico Industries, and Indian Hotels. We would request ma'am to share a few words about general management area.
Good morning, everybody. I'm very happy to be here. We started small, I think 4 years ago. This is our fifth conference, and the number of papers, the quality of papers has enhanced, has improved tremendously. The number of people that we reach out to about the conference also has grown manifold, and I'm very happy to see that that the tracks are different, the thoughts are different. It is also, so it gives you a feeling of satisfaction that the whole idea's richness in learning, And I think writing a research paper or just putting up an abstract for a conference is a lot of effort. It's not easy. It is 6 months, 8 months, or a year to put this together. So you may, some of us start with just one part of it, and then after that, either the conference theme, drives you to think of a title and work on it, or it is what you have been doing as a researcher that you put up in a conference that you want to, and the whole idea is to be a learning space so that you get some feedback. So with that, what I'd like to say is that I'm very happy to be here and look forward to the day where we are reading, assessing, evaluating, providing feedback, and also providing inputs to both the researchers and to all the session chairs that we will be, that all of us will be engaging today. The other thought that I want to say is that thanks to these conferences that we've been doing the last 4-5 years, we've had workshops which are pre-conference, and all of these pre-conference workshops in the last 5 years have been great input, and probably what happens is that the conference workshop that we attended last, it gets culminated in the next 6 months to a year in a paper later. So last year we had something on case writing. This year we had something on mixed method and the mixed method methodology, and how do we work on that and how do we learn that. And that was largely for scale development. So for others who have not been to our conference and who are listening to us on various social media platforms, we want you to be here next year, and we want you to be part of our delegation and our research scholars. Okay? I'd like to say thank you to Professor Vishal Gupta. He was the one who conducted our mixed method workshop, and the feedback from most participants was excellent, and we hope to engage him further too. Thank you, Professor Gupta. Okay. With this, I think we need to move on to our next part of the program, where I invite the compares to take over. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. Now we will be moving on towards the unveiling of the compendium.
I also request Professor Srinivasa Pillai, if you are online, and Professor Netswera also join virtually as for unveiling of the compendium, please.
Thank you. I'm online. I'm joining.
We also have the e-compendium available. Now we would like to invite our keynote speaker, Professor Dr. Fulufhelo Netswera, Executive Dean, Faculty of Management Studies, Durban University of Technology, South Africa, to enlighten us.
Let me also introduce a bit of him about. So Professor Netswera is currently serving as the Executive Dean of the Faculty of the Management Studies at the Durban University of Technology. He has extensive experience, knowledge and expertise in the development of African research, academic leadership, good ethical governance, and efficiency in the public service delivery. Prior to his experience at the Durban University, he was also director of the business school at the Northwest University, South Africa, and adjunct professor at Somaiya University of Technology, South Africa. He has also worked, I think, some scholarly work in connection with India as well. So we are happy to have you, sir, and over to you for your keynote speech. Thank you. Professor Netswera, are you there? Professor Pillai? Yeah. Yes.
He's not online at the moment. He's having some connectivity challenges. So I'm not sure if I can just say a few words and then maybe
Yes.
we can make a start and continue if that's okay.
Yeah, sure, Professor Pillai, over to you. So we'll have Professor Srinivasan Pillai, the Dean for Economics and Policy Research for Durban University of Technology. So Professor Pillai, yeah, over to you.
Thank you. Good morning to colleagues, and it's really a pleasure to be part of this prestigious organization and part of the management conference. It is also a pleasure to be part as a co-host or co-partner. We are engaging with Somaiya in terms of having an MOU, so we foresee a number of activities coming up. So if we look at the possible theme of business agility and sustainability in the VUCA environment, it is important that we contextualize the research that will be taking place and that will be discussed in the next few hours for the day. By the way, these themes or these theories came out in 1987 by Warren Bennis and Bert Nellis, and they'll be looking at what is volatility about, what is uncertainty, the complexity and the ambiguity. But we need to ask ourselves, how do we tie that in relation to the Sustainable Development Goals, agendas in 2063? And it's important that we need to understand that we're living in a very dynamic environment, from the political side to the economic side to the technological side, even to the information side. And in light of that, we need to look at, if we talk complexity, how do we restructure businesses? How do we develop specialists that can build resources to adequately address the challenges and the complexities that we're facing in our different environments, be it locally, be it internationally? When we're looking at the volatility side, we need to ask ourselves, how do we devote resources and look at how we prepare for areas of things that could become unknown to us? How do we ensure that we have the right talent in the organizations to address these organizations? What steps are we looking? If we're talking about investment, what type of investment do we have? What are the risks that are associated? The other aspect that the theorists came up with is dealing with the issue of sustainability, and this is how do we, ambiguity, how do we start looking at what type of experiments do we undertake in the organizations to see if we're addressing the challenges of the 21st century in terms of what are the cause and effect that is driving the present environment. What could be the lessons that we have learned from the past, and how do we improve on it going forward? The issue of uncertainty talks about how do we invest in information, how do we collect and interpret it. Another important aspect of the information is how do we share this information with the colleagues, be it in the organizations that we come from, be it in the areas of our specialization. From academic point of view, how do we share that with our students, and what do our students do? Earlier, one of the speakers mentioned we want to create research that will have valuable impact on our society, not research that will just lie on the table and nobody using it. So I want to see us in deliberations having information that becomes relevant, that can add value to our society and really make a big difference to the people that we work with. we also want to talk about what are some of the structural changes that we are facing in the organization. And this theme about the business agility is very important. And if one looks at what are the challenges in the emerging economies, it varies from country to country. And if we're not prepared now, then we're not preparing a sustainable society. In addition to that, we need to ask ourselves, what are the information analysis networks that we have available? How are these networks? How is it shared with students? How is it shared with colleagues? And in that way, we would reduce the uncertainty that exists. So, colleagues and friends, I wish each and every delegate a very productive day for us to share. And we want to see the information and the recommendations come out being put into practice. I have this theory, and when I talk to my students, we should be putting things into practice as soon as we learn, unless or otherwise that information is lost. So, to each and every delegate, online and face-to-face, enjoy the session. Let's have some good, constructive deliberations, and maybe share these practices with our colleagues that are here with us and those that are not here. I'm just waiting for my dean to join us, but congratulations to the team, congratulations to Professor Satyendra and his team for putting together this conference. It really takes a lot of time and effort, and enjoy the session. Thank you, colleagues. Enjoy the day.
Thank you, Professor Sridhi, for enlightening us with the various of your thoughts and especially like impactful research. So yes, I think we have gone through a couple of the paper abstracts which are pretty impactful. There are papers also from the international funded research project also, and hope there will be a lot of good, significant outcome which not only have the impact on the society at large, also the intellectual contribution to the scholarly community at large as well. Thank you so much, Professor Sridhi. And just to double check, Professor Sridhi, is that Netswera is able to connect, or should we proceed?
I think let's proceed.
Okay. Sure. Thank you. Over to you.
I would now like to welcome Professor Dr. Dipal. She is the conference co-convener of the General Management Area in Somaiya Institute of Management, to grace us with a vote of thanks.
Good morning, India. So, why India? Because we have participants all around India. Good morning to them. Good morning, all the delegates. Our guest of honor, Professor Trivedi sir on dais, Radha ma'am on dais, our convener Satin sir on dais. Welcome everybody, and thanks for their valuable insights that we have, heard in last 1 hour. I would like to thank SUV. I would like to thank KJSIM as an institute giving us the opportunity to conduct this conference. We have offline. This conference is happening in hybrid mode. So we have offline participants, we have online participants. So I am thanking. I want to thank extend my thanks to them. We heard Pankaj Trivedi sir stating about 3 challenges about economics and some new generation challenges he spoke about. Thank you, sir, for enlightening us on that. Radha ma'am spoke about the challenges, and she always mentored us. She gave us encouragement. So thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Our convener, Satyendra sir, he extended all his support to us in organizing this conference. Thank you, sir. Our student team, heartfelt thankful to all the members of the team, organizing committee. Kiran is there, Chetan, we have Astha, Gurmeer, few names I would like to say, Ananya, Abhigyan. So these very important students for us. They have organized each and everything. I would like to extend my thanks to the partner universities, right? Without them, it won't be possible. So we have our partners, Durban University, NJU, AMDISA. They have extended another support to us, and now they are partner in research also, in publications. We have journal publications with us, Case Research Center of KJSIM. They have extended their support to us, and now we have a collaboration. I am very thankful for this collaboration. Lastly, I would like to extend my thanks to all the IT people. We have Freeman, Rahul, Ankush, Nina. They have extended all the support in making this conference successful. Since we have, as in the beginning also, Professor Sateen mentioned how many papers we have received. So almost 60 papers we have received and selected 41 papers based on the criteria that we have. I'm thankful to all the accepted papers and as well as non-accepted ones, because that gives us the parameters to evaluate, and that also enhance our knowledge in that particular area. Lastly, I would like to thank our director. Why in the last? Because I've been happening this conference and taking it successfully. Though he is not here, but I'm very thankful to our director, Dr. Raman Ramchandran. He is, though he is not here, but he has extended his words, extended his support, and I wish that he would be, here. So, sir, you want to say something? So, sir, so you could see the support from Sateen sir. So, even I'm speaking, he's extended his support by telling me that I need to be on the right direction every time. So, be it thanking our VC sir, Mr. Pillai. So, he spoke about the importance of the agility and business in the heuristic environment. He told us that how much it is important to do the research in this area. This is what he has highlighted. I am again very thankful to our VC sir for giving us encouragement and opportunity. So I think with this I would like to end my vote of thanks, and if I missed somebody, I really apologize for that, but I would like to thank all the fellow colleagues over here, Aparna, Lakshmi sir, Karve ma'am, and our participants from Manipal University, and other participants also offline, online. Very thank you to everyone. Vandana, thank you so much for coming. And in advance, I would like to thank all the chairs who are going to evaluate the conference. So thank you so much. Sir, you want to say something? Over to our student team. Sorry. Sir, we have to go to
So, Professor Trini, you wanted to say something?
Yes, Professor Satyendra. Prof. Fulu is joining us in 2 minutes time.
Okay, great. That would be great. So, meanwhile, the back. Yeah. So, I think you can also do the announcement of how the tracks is going to be. So, since there is a 2 minutes to join. So now our team, the conference organizing team, will let you know all the different tracks here. I think the most of the participants must have received by mail. Those who are offline, our team will help you to find it out the right track to present your paper. And those who are online, please join the respective Zoom link which has been sent to you in the mail. And we will have our track chair and paper, the best paper award is also there. So wishing you all the best, all the presenters, and we will have awards which will be sent to you, those who are online, those who are offline, you will have it before end of the day, and we will have the valedictories post lunch, and after the presentation we will have those who are offline. Please join the lunch with us. Those who are online, also join lunch with your family, and wish you all the best. So Professor Trinity, as that Professor Netswera has connected.
He's trying right now, Professor Satyendra.
Okay. No worries, as I have a few things to talk about the Durban University of Technology. Professor Srini has been very instrumental in terms of developing the partnership. We have worked together on a couple of papers, we have submitted a few projects together, and hoping the collaboration is not only for the academic conference, also it is going to be long lasting for the various other areas of conference. And when we had the academic collaborator like DUT, New Jersey City University, USA, so this collaboration also open to the participant. You guys also can explore network with the professor from Lowe's University, and we would be happy to facilitate networking on that. And another advantage of this conference I can also mention about, during the presentation, during the track is for the feedback on your research, which is in progress or which is completed or you want to pursue later on. So take those feedbacks very positively and also build the network among the peers or those presenters. So a lot of opportunities are there, and try to tap as much as possible. And we will also let you know if more activities are there. Hopefully you have been also benefited by the workshop which Professor Radha mentioned about, Professor Vishal Gupta, and we have the paper also from his student. So various institutes including Ahmedabad also have sent paper for this conference. So a lot of new ideas, new thoughts, new methodology will be presented in this conference. So, Professor Srini, can we have
Yes, Prof. Fulu is online, Professor Kendra.
Okay, great. So, Professor Netswera, very warm welcome virtually to the Mumbai for the 5th International Conference on Challenging in Emerging Economies, and this is themed on business agility and sustainability in heuristic environment. And as I personally know, you have the very good work done in this area, and also your scholarly contribution for the various other research between South Africa and India, and for the business management study at large. So very warm welcome, and over to you if you can hear us and can speak towards for the conference, please.
Thank you very much, colleagues. In my humble apologies, I overslept. The time difference really killed me. Last night I sent Dr. Day a message, the message that he called me. I do recognize he called me, I think 9 times, but unfortunately I had left my phone on silence from the meeting side. So I really want to apologize. I know that you might be far now since you started a bit earlier. I've got my presentation with me. I just want to see that launch. We are equally also very used to working with MSTs. Maybe in the interim, let me start talking so that I don't keep everybody waiting. And I will be, I can see that when I'm just forwarding this one to the Dr. Billy. If you can launch it from the outside, that would be nice. Because I'm talking on the iPad and it's entirely operating on the laptop. It's a bit slow. Now, colleagues, the topic for the day, I forwarded it to you, so if you can note it from yourself, that would be happy. Okay, let me proceed, colleagues and apologies once more. The topic I'm meant to talk to for the day is business agility, sustainability in a heuristic environment. Colleagues, you will agree that businesses that operated some 10, 20, 30 years ago operated in totally different environments. For a number of perhaps the big question that we should be asking ourselves is what has changed since? And how should business respond to those particular changes, or could respond to those particular changes? And of course, there are equally a number of case studies all over the world that have suggested that there are many businesses that have failed over the past few years because of these changes, and because they were able to adapt to the changes and make the necessary adaptations, changes to stay afloat, to be sustainable. So one could give practical examples of companies such as Kodak, Kodak company, the film company. There are equally very recent examples of companies that have not been able to change recently, such as BlackBerry, the BlackBerry story, the Nokia story, and how they failed. Those are very interesting case studies of businesses that have recently failed. And businesses continue to fail, even now, for a number of reasons. I'm going to talk to at least 3 or 4 main areas that have affected global changes to which organizations, be they public or private sectors, had to adopt to. And that have caused major changes in the operations of public and private or corporate sector organizations. And the inability to adapt to those changes caused major catastrophes, leading to failure as well as to shutdown of organizations. The fortunate part is that states usually do not easily collapse the public the public sector usually does not collapse. However, it does fail, leading to coups, leading to huge deaths, and many other complications. Some of you will recall the Arab Springs that affected countries in North Africa and in the Middle East somewhat, Tunisia, and Egypt, and so on. And those, thank you so much, Dr. Billy. If you can put it on slide mode, and if you can go down already to slide number 5, that would be very nice. Yeah, let's stop there. Or if you can go back to the one on COVID. Okay. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, so what I was saying here is that I'm going to talk to at least 4 major global events that have caused changes of significance that both the public sector as well as corporate sector could not have done. And COVID is but one of the most recent. And of course, I will delve into the current challenges that confront us in as far as global multilateral agreements are concerned, or the lack of those agreements, leading to wars such as the one we currently witnessing in Ukraine, and the implications it has on business, and how business should cope and adapt in order to remain sustainable, including not only private or corporate business, but public sector business. If you can go to the next slide, we have got consensus, and there is quite a lot of statistics and data already presented, and this is but just statistics from the World Bank that suggest that due to COVID, there have been major failures. There are many organizations worldwide that have downsized because of COVID implications. But there are many other implications emanating out of COVID. Sales fair, organizations had to close down during the lockdown era, and a lot of organizations had to invest in online delivery of services. That means organizations that could not be agile and immediately adapt and start and move to online sales would automatically have gone down. They would have gone under. So there are major investments that had to be effective in most of these organizations in order to make sure that organizations survive. You can imagine small organizations that didn't have reserves, and they had to pay salaries for approximately 18 months when we were experiencing lockdown. Those organizations typically close down. But there are indeed statistics that aggregate the number of organizations, number of businesses that have gone down. Dr. Bilay, you can go to the next. Now, the other major factor, which I think it is worth talking about, and of course, the various conferences are trying their best to talk around the question of climate change. And the one would agree that we are not doing sufficiently enough to address the question of global climate change. And the consequences are extremely devastating. You will have seen, some of you, the devastation that our city, the city of Durban, went through, I think, around early in the year, around April, May, when there were major floods here. And a lot of families, including today, remain destitute and live in public courts because their houses were washed away. But of course, countries such as Mozambique have had that experience in the recent past. Countries in the East, Sri Lanka, the Philippines, they continue to have this kind of challenge. But of course, a lot of countries here in Africa continue to have severe droughts. If you look towards the northeast, towards Eritrea, towards Kenya, there are major droughts up there. And communities that were able to sustain themselves agriculturally are no longer able to because of scarcity of water. Our own cities here in South Africa, such as the city of Cape Town, but equally very our province, the province of the Eastern Cape, has experienced major challenges associated with poor rainfall, and they had to go through a process they call day zero, implying that there will be a day when there is no water at all. luckily there has always been some water, although there have been serious rationing of the water. So this is one of the major factors that is affecting how business works. Now you can imagine if you are operating a business that is responsible for supplies of agricultural products, and there's no water, which automatically means that your organization goes under, the organization cannot be sustainable. How do you then optimize technologies in order to remain sustainable, to remain relevant, and to remain productive? And there are practical examples, of course, of rainwater harvesting and many other adaptations that businesses have engaged in order to remain affordable. And of course, a lot of these require major investments, and a lot of businesses that are run by local people, because people are not able to respond appropriately to these major challenges, and therefore they automatically go under downsizing and so on and so forth. This means the food prices go up, businesses downsize, close. Now, this is one of the major challenges that requires not only local responses, but global collective responses. Dr. Blake, you can move to the next slide, please. Now, this data here comes from the Deloitte European survey, and it looks at how climate change has affected companies and how companies feel. These are the main areas where they've been affected. You can see the customers, losing customers, employees, and so on and so forth. Now those are the Dr. Blake, to the next one. We will try and flash something. Now, this one here is a very interesting from Harvard specific view, and does look at how climate change has affected industry, human settlement, and societies in general, and the impact that climate change has had on agriculture, forestry, ecosystems, as well as water and water supply, and on human health. So these are very interesting implications that global climate change globally has had. And of course, there continue to be those who argue that climate change is just but every good other people's imagination when there are all these. And there remains big countries that refuse to sign on some of these important international agreements on combating global climate change, which is quite certainly considering that science has proven that global change is a reality and remains in perspective. So these are the major implications that emanate from climate change. Organizations, businesses had to lay off, to increase insurances, and to invest in major technologies, and to move from the traditional way of productivity into technology-led production. Of course, there are equally major international regulations associated with how you can produce the kind of products you can sell throughout the world out of these catastrophes, such that if your production methods don't meet some standards, international or by specific countries, your products will not be sold or bought in those particular countries, and this pushes prices up. So inflation has become the top of the day, and this is a major challenge. It has huge implications on general livelihoods. The poverty index can equally show, or does even show, that the gap between rich and poor is escalating. At the moment, that is the biggest gap between the rich and the poor by Gini coefficients, and conditions are becoming worse and worse. Now, the other factor that I thought is equally very important has huge implication on sustainability of businesses is digital transformation. Now, colleagues, you will agree that companies that were responsible for printing calendars, companies that were responsible for cameras, and so on. Those companies, majority of them are printing bags, albums, the physical albums, and there are many case studies. If you go online and look at some of these case studies, that are interesting in programs, digital transformation with read and learn about some of these interesting case studies. Big organizations that were having taxis have had to collapse and succumb to international or multinational organizational startups, such as Durban and so on. And banks, major banks and AMDISA, because clients are no longer going into physical infrastructures. This means that companies don't need tellers and individuals who are assisting physically. So these are major implications, because everything can easily be done online on your smartphone, and we can assume that going forward, companies are going to be seriously affected or implicated by digitalization. Projections are that we are going to continue to digitize the work environment, and therefore organizations are continuously going to downsize. They need to be agile, they need to form partnerships and make sure that they survive by other means. Interestingly, there was a statement that Elon Musk made, I think it is few months already, and he was suggesting that in the future, there is a likelihood that corporates will just have to pay incremental taxes to governments, and governments will have to pay the social welfare to individuals who are sitting and not doing anything. They generally can't survive because technology is not taken over. So he made a statement that which I found very interesting. You find it, I'm sure on YouTube or somewhere else. So he has spoken about digitization and the effects of this digitization and the disruption that digital innovations have been causing, and of course there are many case studies about this. Now, the other very interesting factor, which I think is worth talking to, is geopolitical systems. The political systems that currently are in place, that we operate, have got major implications and effects on the survival of businesses. Some of you will recall that we used to talk about protectionism many years ago. We say we must subsidize agriculture, subsidize big organizations so that big organizations don't fail. the state must take a center stage in order to provision basic services such as water, electricity, and so on. But a lot of these have, over the past recent years, been privatized. And it feels very much as if there is a global pressure that is put on small states to privatize their organizations. In actual fact, if you were to borrow funds as a state from the World Bank or IMF, they will tell you that to restructure the size of your state, you have to restructure your state-owned organizations in order to access this one. And a lot of small countries, especially the people have had to go through this very painful process. And those who structural adjustment programs, where IMF will funds and almost taking fine-tuning the direction of the policies that are going to privatize state-owned organizations. Those who live in Zambia will call the ZCC, the Zambian Copper Corporation, was one of the biggest state-owned entities here in the Southern region. But because of structural adjustment program, we had to sold off, and now it's owned by private corporate entities. Now the big question is, who does it says? Who does is that not a public good? Is minerals not minerals that we're going to be people of Zambia? But we can say the same about state-owned organizations, state-owned entities in South Africa. And I've read quite a lot about state-owned entities in India, China, in actual fact, there's a notable recognition of state-owned entities, and how they had been, over the years, privatized, downsizing, mechanized, not to provide a public anymore, because we believe somehow that the state is always inefficient and it cannot run optimally, it cannot continue to run that. Now, there are major political changes that are causing or that evolve responses from the business sector, from the corporate sector, but equally so responses from the public sector. Multilateral agreements are signed through the World Trade Organization and through the various meetings that our states have in the G20 conferences. So there are quite a lot of interdependencies between states, economies, such that inflation or protests in a particular sector, in a particular country, would immediately have implications for businesses in other countries. So if one country in the East, say Japan, Singapore, Indonesia sneezes, within a few days, countries in North Africa will immediately realize the escalation in prices with their services. So we are so interconnected as the global economy of late, such that no country is able to run by itself, able to sustain itself. So there are a lot of lessons one can draw from the major factors that I spoke to about changes in together to those of COVID, about that of global implications, about changes in digitization, digital disruptions, about geopolitical changes, and the effects that all of these have on businesses, the main public sector businesses, the main corporate sector businesses. What it all implies is that those who run businesses, be they public or private, have got to be on a continuous basis looking out and speculating, playing scenarios about what is likely going to happen in the coming 5-10 years, and how can we respond to those changes so that we remain agile, but also to form partnerships with others, because to continue to survive by yourself is proving to become very, very difficult, but also to invest in the innovation, continuously invest in innovation to make sure that you come up with new products, you come up with new methodologies for delivering new products, and so on and so forth. Thanks, Dr. Craig, next. I think this is the last slide. Yeah, so it is the last slide. Thank you, colleagues. I hope I will put some interesting thoughts in you, and I hope that there will be some responses to this. And my apologies once more for coming to the platform late. I know we started a little bit much earlier, and because of our time zones, I completely was ignorant of the fact that you already started. Thank you for the time.
Thank you very much, Dean Professor Netswera, for giving wonderful thoughts and very insightful information, especially very well in line with the conference of the SADT in Heuristic Environment. And you really touch base with the very alarming challenges, which is not to one country, to entire world. Is that you mentioned about various impacts of the COVID-19. You say like sales fail and layoff, reduce salaries. So there are a lot of challenges which organizations face. And you also posed some sort of the suggestions like how the digital transformation in sustainability is so important, and geopolitical challenge which we are witnessing about the changes in sustainability. I think organizations also, they have the larger organizations, certainly they are getting more prepared towards the sustainability. Like yesterday I was covering a case like Mercedes, when they are disclosed, they are disclosing their strategy net zero by 2039 and also emission free driving. So this speaks a lot how the business agility and heuristic environment are getting in place. And you at the end you mentioned about the few suggestions the partnership and cooperation, which SDG 17 talks about that. So hope we will have some contribution towards this areas from this conference, from the couple of the papers during different 5 tracks here. So thank you very much for connecting, and it was really insightful, interactive for all of us. Thank you so much. Over to you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. And now I would like the convener to felicitate Pankaj sir and the co-convener to felicitate Radha ma'am. So with this, we will be ending the live.